Savannah, News TV. Second city trend, trust and our environment is our air. Savannah, News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. Our CEO Prince Radekonde, Oluchimi Chapo. Savannah News TV. I'm a living witness. Keep watching Savannah. Savannah News TV. Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV.
Yeah, good morning from here, viewers across the globe. I remain Comrade Olujimi Adekanle, the CEO of Savannah News Television, and today, the 10th of October 2022, as usual, we bring into your doorstep news making headlines in Nigeria. And the first salvo today is coming from the Punch newspaper. 2023 budget. Federal government plans 1.35 trillion war chest against Boko Haram and bandits. 1.35 trillion to fight Boko Haram. You can see where all our monies are going to. Breaking. Fire God's Kogi Assembly Building in Lokoja. Muslim aggrieved APC Christians to dump Tinubu Shetima. You will get all the story at the Punch of today. Pro Tinubu rally grounds Lagos APC excited. Remember, there was a rally that took place yesterday in Lagos by the Parks Management led by MC Oluomo, and APC were excited of the outcome of the turnout. Gunmen in military uniform killed policemen, killed and injured others. Let's see what is happening here. Gunmen on Sunday killed some policemen on a stop and search duty at Umana in Owerri, Okigwe Road in Imo State. It was said that the alleged gunmen, the gunmen who allegedly operated in military uniform stormed the checkpoint in Hilos vehicle. He said Umana Division Okigwe was attacked on Sunday. The gunmen killed ASP Danjuma and Inspector AB while on the road. They stormed the checkpoint in front of the division wearing Nigerian Army uniform with Army Hilux vehicle. Another inspector hospitalized. Something is wrong in Imo State Command. Police officers are now targeted. The DPO present at the recent Angwa Division attack that claimed lives of a male and female officers in the same DPO as Umwana Division. Please let us keep interceding for ourselves. That is coming from the police. I can't comment on Oni's wedding. That is coming from his spokesperson. Remember that the Oni of Ife married two wives in a short space of a week. But now it's like the spokesperson say he cannot comment on that. That it's too big for him to comment on the issue of Oni's wedding. Lagos monarch allegedly punches injures chief. Alleges disrespect. Let us see this monarch that threw caution to the wind. I don't know. Pandemonium broke out in Ajido community in the Badagry area of Lagos State after the traditional ruler of the community, Saheed Adamson, allegedly beat up one of his high chiefs, Michael Kunuji, during an argument. Punch Metro gathered that Oba Adamson's dealt a blow on Kunuji, who doubled as the second in command when they had an altercation at the palace. Our correspondent learned that some youths threatened to destroy the king's property over the incidents. However, the intervention of police from the Badagry division stopped them from carrying out their threat. The policemen allegedly refused to make an arrest even after Kunuji filed a complaint at the station. A police officer was said to have directed the high chief to the Badagry General Hospital, where he was treated. Imagine a king throwing caution to the wind and throwing punches. And then, how about if those people retaliate back and throw punches at him? What will he say, and what will his subjects say about the reverse tool he's occupying at Ajido? Terrorists kill Plateau village heads. Army laments information gap. Still in Plateau. The killings are still going on in Plateau. Pastor denies brutalizing Rivers TV workers, threatening lawsuit. Forest scarcity hits gas suppliers. Price hike imminent. (2023) budget. Lawan Gbajabiamila meets finance minister. Presidency. Atiku, governors, Ayu begin campaign in Uyo. INEC struggling to implement electoral act, alleges IPAC. They are struggling to implement electoral act. Security officials dismissed over stolen Cross River sports equipment. From that end now, we move straight to the next newspaper here, and we're landing at the Vanguard of today. APC tackles PDP for saying Tinubu's candidacy is illegal. Obasanjo denies endorsing Tinubu. Still on the news. UN, that is United Nations, condemns heinous killings of 5 migrants in Libya. That Libya has been a hell for most people. We pray that our brothers and sisters in that country will return back home safely. We are disciplined freedom fighters, not political talks. That is coming from IPOP. Center condemns Enugu police station's attack. (2023) budget. Federal government proposes 93.66 billion for transportation. Nigeria Air doomed from the start. Remember the national carrier that they said they wanted to implement. They say it's doomed, and we all know it's doomed from the start. Oshun, police arrest 4 suspects for allegedly killing traditional chief. Wike Autumn, others berated over PDP crisis. Let us see that story. It sounds interesting. A coalition of civil society organizations under the aegis of Better Life for Nigeria have blasted Governor Nelson Wike of Rivers State and his camp for slowing down the People's Democratic Party (PDP) due to his alleged brashness in handling political matters. You can see that in the Vanguard of today. From the Wike's story now, we move to this next story. Kwakwanso Commission Campaign Office promises access to education. I did not say go to Bodilon for thoroughbred politicians. That is coming from Obasanjo. I didn't say go to Bodilon for thoroughbred politicians. Don't know where they get their news from nowadays. Still on the Vanguard, Ogun police snap two suspected Yahoo boys for killing 40-year-old man for ritual. This on international scene. Twitter locks Kanye West account for anti-Semitic tweet following warm Elon Musk welcome. From this paper, we move straight again to another paper this morning, and we are landing on this day of today. This day newspaper of today. Autumn, that is Governor Autumn of Benue State, accuses Iyorchia Ayu of orchestrating smear campaign against him. Labour Party inaugurates secretariats, begin free membership registration in Niger. Alleged 170 million naira fraud. I will not succumb to blackmail. That is coming from Zynox boss. Still on this day of today, we have this sorry please, still on this day of today, MBS World Bank partner to train enumerators on unemployment. Experts harps on importance of water for wellness. That is coming from an expert in Nigeria. Federal government wades into Dangote Kogi government dispute. Subsidy remover. Senators disagree with Buhari, insist on December 2023 as deadline. I think let us see what they are saying in that aspect. Senators across political parties lines have said the National Assembly will not pass the proposal on petroleum subsidy removal as presented by President Muhammad Buhari in order not to create crisis for the new administration that will succeed him next year. Buhari had in the 2023-2025 medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper proposed 3.6 trillion in the 2023 budget for fuel subsidy, which was from January to June. The Joint Senate Committee on Finance and Economic Planning, which worked on the document, had while submitting its report last week at plenary, slashed the 3.6 trillion subsidy provision to 1.7 trillion in order to reduce the fiscal deficit of 11.3 trillion contained in the proposal of the Senate panel on subsidy. Was however rejected at plenary, but the House representative okayed its commission recommendation, which was 1.7 trillion. Buhari, in his 2023 fiscal document, has presented before the joint sitting of the two chambers of the National Assembly last Friday, has proposed that the subsidy regime will terminate with its administration on May 29, 2023. This is callous. How can you be operating on subsidy and as you want to leave the office, you want to remove the subsidy? That is callous of Buhari. I mean, it's uncalled for. From there now, we'll go to the daily trust of today. You can see the picture there. Oh my God, the fire outbreak in Kogi Assembly is everything got burned. I can see the picture there on the Daily Trust. Speaking of the Daily Trust paper, you will see the pictorial view of the State Assembly that was gutted by fire. Amosun, I will work against Ogun APC in 2023. Fani Kayode, Benga Daniel, Urubebe, other double-faced campaigners. You will see the story there, why they are double-faced campaigners. Castina lawmaker dies in Saudi Arabia. Nigerian Daily, how the 2023 budget might affect Nigerians. Obajana standoff, Dangote to approach court as Kogi moves to recover company. Non-disclosure of lifted crude. Court freezes 3 oil and gas firms' accounts. NEMA military commenced airlifting of trapped flood victims in Anambra. 2023, allow police regulate your rallies. IGP pleads with politicians. Police arrest 3 over killing of 18-year-old lady in Ibadan. Interest rate increase, positive for pension funds. That is coming from Uduanu. Peter Obi supporters can march in Lagos, but can't in Anambra over sit at home fear. That is coming from Omokri. PDP flagged off presidential campaign in Uyo. Now in the Nigerian sport, Rivers Plateau United records slim victory against Esperance and Wydad. At least they won. Congratulations to them. Guzau charges MPFL trial to grab CAF Cups group stage tickets. Ronaldo reaches 700 club goals in United's 2-1 win against Everton. On the international scene, Scots dead as multiple explosion rocks Ukraine. How Nigerian stowaways throws into high sea were rescued in Liberia. Let us get that story here and see what is really happening, what really happened there. Officers of Liberian Immigration Service have handed over 11 Nigerian stowaways rescued on the high sea to the Nigerian Immigration Service. The 11 Nigerians and the Cameroonian aged between 24 and 40 were flown into Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos on Thursday. The names of the stowaway were given as Sheyi Popola, Precious Uwalogo, Ayetimiyi Kelvin, Stephen Jr., Emmanuel Benjamin, Balogun Benga, Temiotan Adewale, Igebo Stephen, Hamzat John, Alfred Esse, Ogesi Chika, and one Cameroonian. 9 Liberian immigration officers led by the captain, Mark Wahen, handed over them to the Comptroller Immigration, NMA, Mrs. Adeola Adesoka. The stowaway was said to have entered into the basement of a cargo ship named Okpeila Panama at the Tinkan Island port in Apapa, Lagos on the 7th of September, thinking the ship was heading for Europe. Oh my God. After some days, the stowaways who narrated their encounter said they ran out of food, and to avoid starving to death, they presented themselves to the crew of the ship. They said the crew physically tortured them and later threw them into the sea after spraying them with chemicals. Oh my God. 2 of the 13 stowaways were reportedly to have died in the process, while the surviving 11 sustained various degrees of injury and rescued by Liberian fishermen and handed to their immigration service. 3 of the stowaways narrated their ordeal. When the ship was moving, after 4 days, our food finished, and so we wanted help from the crew. Unfortunately, the crew started spraying us chemical which were burning our skin while asking us to jump into the high sea, one of the rescue victims said. While receiving his stowaway, the Comptroller Immigration Service MMIA Lagos commended Liberian government and officers of Liberian Immigration Service for rescuing them, describing the act as noble. She said after proper profiling, they will be released to the appropriate authorities. Imagine what our people are doing to travel. They went and hid themselves in a ship and see what happened. It's a sad story. And this is no thanks to our government that made that country inhabitable for its citizens. Now the Japa syndrome is ravaging all cronies, all sectors, all sectors of the country. Everybody wants to jackpot from Nigeria due to bad leadership, due to bad government. Everybody wants to jackpot from that country, and it's unfortunate that this is coming to a country that's supposed to be a safe haven to people, a country that has more. That's a rich country like Nigeria. All the citizens are jetting out by every means possible to look for greener pasture, to the extent of risking their lives, of going to a ship that you are not. Imagine how they were being thrown into a high sea. Imagine that. Imagine how wicked those sailors can be. Throw them into the high sea. That is high level of inhumanity. I think if I'm in authority, that ship has to be located, the crew has to be located and arrested. Two rights doesn't make it wrong. Doesn't make wrong. Two rights doesn't make wrong. Doesn't make it wrong. They have to be arrested and being brought. They should be brought to justice for what they have done against humanity. And we will continue here too from Amnesty International, where I am a functional member there. We are going to investigate this issue of those people that threw those guys overboard in the high sea, spraying them with chemicals. They have to account for it. You don't judge wrong which wrong. No, you don't have to do that. What the best they could have done is also detain these people and hand it over to the next security agencies. Understand? Not to ask them to jump into the high sea, not to push them to the high sea, to kill them. This is wrong. This is barbaric. It's callous, and we should condemn it in all totality. We should condemn it in all totality. At this junction, we call it a day for today, 10th of October 2022. Thank you for watching, and as usual, our security tip for you: make sure that you inform one or two people of your movement, no matter where you are going to. Tell one or two people, confine one or two people. That may save your life. Good morning.
Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. We create awareness about darkness in Africa. Savannah News TV. We are distinct. We are focused. Savannah News TV, we are live. Savannah News TV. Our CEO Prince Radekonde, Oluchimbi Chapa. Savannah News TV. Gemileke, our leading witness. Keep watching Savannah News TV. Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV.